Published by EA and developed by Haze Light Studios, aka the minds behind the 2021 Game of the Year, It Takes Two. Split Fiction is a split-screen co-op action-adventure, offering unparalleled variety as you explore vast, contrasting settings. This game emphasizes teamwork, requiring players to coordinate their actions to overcome challenges. Each level introduces new mechanics and abilities ranging from platforming, stealth, puzzles, and even unique vehicle missions. And with the current landscape of gaming, which is seemingly dominated by shooters or mediocre sports games, this game in specific is the definition of refreshing. And I'm not the only one who feels that way. I'm Raw, and I'm here to give you my review of Split Fiction and give general overview of the story, gameplay, and key takeaways in hopes to establish a revolution that encourage the creation of more crossplay co-op games and just creative gaming spectacles in general, instead of the schlock that I mentioned earlier. There will be gameplay on the screen, and I may discuss some aspects of the story, but nothing discussed will disable you from having the experience that the game provides. But nonetheless, proceed with a minor spoiler warning. With that being said, let's dive into this year's early Game of the Year candidate, Split Fiction. Split Fiction at its core is an action-adventure game that takes players on a thrilling journey through the imaginative worlds of two struggling writers, Mio and Zoe. These two strangers find themselves trapped in a surreal simulation where their creative works come to life due to generic evil villain number 27.
I will not let you ruin my life's work.
Good chat.
I will find a way to stop you.
Attempting to steal small writer's works with his super evil machine. With a story that gradually reveals its secrets, Split Fiction invites players to piece together the truth behind the simulation and the connection between Mio and Zoe. The game alternates between sci-fi and fantasy worlds, reflecting the characters' creative minds. To escape, they must navigate a series of challenges that blends the genre of science fiction and fantasy while using their unique abilities gained with each story and the knowledge behind their own creative works come to life in order to put an end to the generic villain's evil schemes. The heart of the gameplay lies on its emphasis on teamwork as players guide Mio and Zoe through these imaginative worlds, where they soon discover that collaboration is key to survival. The unique abilities between the duo complements each other's perfectly, allowing for dynamic problem solving and action-packed gameplay. Players can expect puzzles that challenge their ingenuity, battles requiring quick reflexes and strategic planning, and emotionally charged moments that deepens the bond between the protagonists. The gist sounds incredibly simple, and it is. Split Fiction's plot isn't by any means revolutionary, nor did it wow me with its story beats alone, but the essence of the game isn't in the story nor its characters, but rather the gameplay and the visual storytelling itself. I personally played the game on PC and had a friend who has it on PS5, and in both cases, we agreed that the visuals of the game is pretty impressive. You are taken into various environments from our main character stories, whether it's Zoe's medieval fantasy adventure or Mio's futuristic dystopian action thrillers. You'll get unique colors, fidelity, ambience, and tone. While on the subject of speaking of the playing experience, the gameplay, to be more specific, is really everything you can ask for. Now, call me a casual, but I never played It Takes Two. What I do know is that if this game is even a fraction or a split of what It Takes Two was, then I completely understand and agree with that game being Game of the Year. What makes a game great and stands out is the immersion. It could be the story or the gameplay or both. Nailing these aspects allows the players to attach a set of emotions and memories with the game. Split Fiction's gameplay hits this mark due to the co-op experience. The level of communication, joint thinking, timing, problem solving really allows you to lock in and feel what you are playing. And this creates some genuinely funny moments.
Blue. Okay, blue, yellow. You over there trying to wow. Blue, yellow. Okay. Over there. Yeah.
No, I did. I got it, bro. I got it. You gotta trust. You gotta trust me. I can say this is the closest thing I've played since Portal, which is one of my all-time favorite games. And I know that game had a co-op experience, but imagine that times two. With 2025 levels of graphics, guess what? You get split fiction. My absolute favorite aspect of the game is the multiple perspective changes as the level advances and progresses in its respective story. It complements the graphics but also adds a unique layer of detail through different lenses, which enhances the gameplay, making it that much more enjoyable. As I said before, the story elements is very by the books, even the characters are, whatever. The dialogue and jokes are very, millennial middle school teacher-esque, but it's not too much on the nose where it's distraction or pulls you out of the game. Plus, the way that we learn about the characters through them being physically immersed in their literary works is a cool way to develop them and exposit information in an organic manner. Split fiction is the game we desperately needed in the gaming industry. It's not too niche to where it's off-putting for casuals who play mainly the aforementioned shooter and sports games, but it's also not a cookie-cutter game that tries to replicate the other AAA titles. If you have a significant other, siblings, or friends, I implore you to get this game and play with them, and just support games like this in general. We need more creative cross-play co-op or multiplayer games that aren't COD, Fortnite, or Roblox. Roblox is top tier though. Overall, this game is great. Buy this game, play this game, 9 out of 10. Thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you dislike, tell me why. As always, Jesus loves you. And until next time, folks, have a great one.